You probably understood that. I want to do pages that are about the same size as A4. And when I measured that on my map, I wonder if they do this on purpose. Look, this is these black lines to here and these black lines to here. I never do this exactly, they're all scraps. So now I've just put those two together, they're pretty right, and I keep building, and I build with whatever comes to hand first. Put a line of art glitter down, choose your side, and stick. The only thing I do is I like to swap what goes, you know, under and over, just for a bite of verity, as we used to say in my family, which was rather mean, making fun of my sister who couldn't spell, and that's what she wrote in a letter home once. Hi Judy, if you're watching. So for a bite of verity, I turn my pages around. Did that stick? Maybe it did. And again, I don't mind if this goes off a little bit here. That could just be like a little tab sticking out of that page when this gets folded and used in a signature. What I have done though, which I ordinarily try and avoid, I've got a seam here on what will pretty likely be the halfway point where we're going to fold this to make our page. So when I come to use this one, I'll probably fold it a bit this way. I might actually make it a bit longer in this direction so I can have a choice. Now, sometimes the first lot of these that I ever made, I was using up scraps willy-nilly with no thought, just trying desperately to make some pages. It's a long story. And oh my God, some of them were awful. They were, you know, scrapbook papers that I'd found at the op shop that I was so excited by initially, but they were in colours and patterns that almost turned my stomach. We've finally used up the last of those, tearing off the bits we really hated. And so now I can just play with pieces I actually like. And I can use the whole piece and, you know, cover more of this up like that, or I could tear off a little bit just to cover up those bits, and I think that's what I'll do. I'll just glue. Always a bit tricky on these perforated edges, but I do like them. And then glue that there. And I'll probably tear that bit off because I've already got a bit sticking out the other side. Okay, so now that's a little longer than my A4, so when I come to use it, I'll be able to fold it here and avoid this seam and have a more neutral piece that's so much more usable. I'm now just going to, this is really a test. The cicadas are so noisy, the cat's playing chasings, and I wasn't sure if this would work. We've been having a heat wave here, so we've changed rooms, as you might be able to see by the desk setup. So poor Q's tiptoeing around over there trying to be very quiet, but now I'm just going to make some more of these because we're in full swing making new journals, and I'll fast forward, but you can see my process and how I, you know, choose and unchoose and generally fiddle around. But how easy it is once you just make yourself, you know, a rough size guide, whether it's as nicely laid out as these on this map, or whether you just make a mark, which is what I've done on my other board that I use in front of the telly. I do this usually, and I just made little corner marks on the surface I was working on, so that they're there like that, and I know where to roughly have my edges. Best way ever of using scraps, and it means that when you come to do your next journal and you want some pages that are interesting and kind of random, you have a stash of these. And I mean, look at that. I'll just move those out of the way. So you've got all this, looks like you've done a whole lot of work, which I guess you have in a way. Maybe that way around. Father, I have sinned. I may or may not cover that bit up. And of course, whenever you've got a join that you don't like, you can then just collage a piece over it or add a bit of ephemera there. Doesn't even matter if your glue isn't fastened properly when you come to use them, because you just add. And you've got these beautiful pages ready to use. The cat's found the paper bag. Okay, I'm just going to leave the sound on, but I'll probably edit it all out. So go find your scraps. Good luck using them up. I never ever do, but I give it a red hot go.